Hi, I'm Polly. I'm here at the Red Bank YMCA, and I'm here to help you stay fit and strong at home. Yes, I'm holding 2 sheets. On the corners of each of the 2 sheets, I've tied 2 big fat knots. The 2 sheets are tied together at the other diagonal end. And this is going to represent suspension training. I'm sure many of you have seen or used the TRX system or other suspension training systems at gyms, which are just webbing straps that you can use as an exercise assist or something to make exercises even more challenging because it's unstable. Instability training. In any instability training, we're using a ton of core. I often ask my clients, where's your core? And they go like this. This is your abdominals. It's the smallest part of your core. Your core is all of your trunk from the top of your shoulders to, if you bend your hands like this, below your glutes. So it includes your glutes and your entire back. Most of your core is in the back of your body because it does include pretty much the only part of your body that isn't is the outer extremities. So a strong trunk is what it takes in order to balance. We're going to be using balance to do some of these exercises. So being aware that to start out balancing, we want to turn on the biggest muscles in the body, which are the glutes, pushing into the heels, a little bit of a knee bend, a little bit of a ready position to get ready to do these exercises. So the glutes are turned on, the back is turned on, exhaling a little bit to get the abdominals turned on, and then using the suspension training version that we've created with sheets. Flipped over a door that closes away from you, or opens away from you. So the knots are securely stuck over the door, just like the anchor that you would have with a TRX that has the over the door anchor, if you purchased a TRX. And I'm just twisting the sheets together so they're not flopping around. And I'm going to start out demonstrating for you an inverted row. It's one of the classic exercises for suspension training. And I'm going to flip the sheets around my hands a little bit so I have a nice handle on each side. All right, so I'm securely anchored. And right now I'm at a certain angle to the door, my feet to the door. But if I choose to make this exercise a little more challenging, I'm going to move my feet closer to the door, making a greater angle. So wherever you decide to go in order to do your upright or your inverted row is up to you. Keeping your body a straight line so you're in a reverse plank position. I just like to make you aware that when you're setting yourself up to do the inverted row, you want to start out with your arms straight and your body pretty straight, and then walk forward. I do see a lot of people starting out with their arms bent, and then what happens is when they go down into their position, they go way back, further than they wanted to. So there's your inverted row, with my elbows pulling back and my wrists pointing one another, a traditional row. And the next version of the inverted row is more of a high pull, a high row. So here I am, again, setting up. My arms are straight. I'm going to walk forward to the angle that I want. And my elbows, my palms are down, and my elbows are reaching high. So my elbows are almost to the level of my shoulders, palms down, hitting different muscles in the back. This is the upper back. And again, making it easier or harder is up to you. Walk back to make it easier, walk forward to make it harder. There's a high row. Be aware that your wrists are going to try to help you when you're doing any kind of a row. You might notice, if you keep an eye on your wrists, that little muscles like wrists are going to try to help your big strong back muscles. If you start to get fatigued, you may start to see your wrist cock and try to help you get the handle of your sheets to your destination, which is into your chest. So you want to just tell your wrists to stay straight and not flex the entire time. So that's an inverted row, one of the classics of suspension training. Let's ramp it up a little bit. We're going to do a single arm row now. So holding my knot, I'm going to, again, start out with an arm straight, with a single arm straight, and walking forward to my plank position. To feel a little more secure, you can wrap the sheet so you have a nice handle. and walking forward to my plank position and rowing one side only. So there's that. Single arm row. Same thing on the other side. Start out with your arms straight, walk forward, and single arm row. Unilateral training. Okay, so there's your single arm row. Now, we're going to change it up a little bit more, taking the single arm row and adding a hip bridge. Holding on to my sheet handle. Single arm row. Again, here I am in my reverse plank position, but now I'm in a bridge, in a hip bridge position. I'm going to reach down to the floor. So here we are in trunk rotation again, and then a single arm row. Down with control, pushing the knees toward the door, keeping the hips up high, and then reaching the floor. And then up, and then down. And what would make this harder would be a can of kidney beans, or if you happen to have a dumbbell at home. So we've got trunk rotation, and we've got hips and glutes in the same exercise. And we'll do the other side. So whatever number of reps it feels to you that's challenging. Okay, starting with the arms straight, walk forward, reverse plank, and bridge. Right, so the seat is not sitting down, your glutes are up high. Push the knees towards the door, reach down, touch, and row up. Reach down. I'm just going to do 5. Look down. Always controlling the downward movement, which is called eccentric, controlling the down, because gravity is trying to pull us down, trying to keep us stuck to the earth. So there's single arm row with the hip bridge. Now I have my back foot suspended on the knot, the lower knot of the sheet, and this version of a split squat is much more difficult than having your foot on a chair or a lunge with your foot on the ground behind you, because you're balancing, and it's very hard on my right side, always. So this is where trunk stabilization comes in, using your trunk, your whole trunk. And I'm okay doing only 4 reps there. But in order to balance, it's so critical that you remember that your heel digging into the floor and turning on the glutes in that modified ready position to start is going to enable you to balance better. So balance starts with engagement with the ground, with the earth, with the floor, with the heel, pushing up, turning on the glute, little exhale feeling to turn the abs on, and then the eyes also help you balance. So I am pushing down into the sheet. Heard my hip click there. I'm just going to do 3. And one more right there. There's 3. Okay, and then in push-up position, we can do some reverse crunches. So I'm going to put both feet in the sheets. And these are only a few of the exercises that you would do with a suspension training system. You can devise lots more. Okay, so we're in plank position, then crunch. Looking at the knees. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I was thinking of adding some more push-ups there, but I changed my mind. The truth is that more pulling exercises are more beneficial for all of us because they work the back. The pushing exercises work the front of the body, and whereas more core in the back. And most of us tend to have a rounded posture just because of the way that we live. So we want to be aware of doing as many pulling exercises as we can. So that's pretty much it for the sheets. TRX, or suspension training system hack.